Hi folks, welcome back to the kitchen. Today, I'll be making authentic guacamole with Chef Erika from IXIIM. After moving to Canada from Mexico, Erika found her family missing a taste of home. So she took up the challenge and recreated Mexican cuisine, and now shares it with the world. My name is Polly. Growing up, my family didn't spend much time cooking together. And I never inherited a cookbook of time-honored recipes. So I'm on a mission to meet everyday people from the community and learn the amazing stories behind their cherished recipes, in order to build a cookbook that one day I can pass on. Welcome to Generation Kitchen.
I came to Canada 13 years ago, and I think is when my journey started, because we basically left everything, and my family was very homesick. I just remember that feeling when I was a child, when my mom cooked very special dish on Sundays, how it made me feel very happy. So I just remember that feeling, and I try to do the same thing with my family. I think a lot of people misunderstand what Mexican food is. When I start cooking and teaching, I saw that a lot of people confuse Mexican food with Tex-Mex or more influence from United States. What I really want is to start promoting my own culture, promoting the traditional Mexican food, but at the same time go a little bit deeper and promote the culture. I think guacamole is a stamp of Mexican cuisine. So this recipe is very emotional for me because it's a recipe that my dad used to make back home. And we use two very traditional ingredients, which is tomatillo and the avocado. And it's very healthy, and it's super easy to do.
To get started, you'll need 2 ripe avocados, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt plus more to taste, half a medium white onion, 1 cup of cilantro, white pepper, 4 medium green tomatillos, 1 to 2 serrano or jalapeno chilies. Seeds removed depending on how hot you like it. And so, what is a tomatillo?
Okay, that's a really good question. The tomatillo is a green tomato that is never gonna turn red.
Oh, okay.
So it's always green.
Yeah.
The tomatillo has a very acid flavor. So the greener they are, the more acid it's gonna be.
Oh, okay.
So in the guacamole, you need the greener ones because the acidity will keep the color in the recipe.
Oh, so your guacamole won't turn brown?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is the special of this recipe. So usually when we make guacamole, you squeeze lemon or lime,
right,
because we want to keep the color. But because the tomatillo is very acid, we don't need to do that.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right, so what are we gonna chop up first?
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop the onion.
The onion.
So we have to cut the onion in half. We're just gonna use half of the onion.
Okay.
But if you don't like the onion that much, you can put half or even don't put anything. So what I like about this recipe is you can be very flexible. So
yeah.
So if you don't like cilantro, so you can change for spinach. So that's what I like about this recipe. It's very flexible. And the only clue in here is the avocado. So the more avocado you put in your recipe, the creamier it's gonna be.
Right.
So that's the only thing that you need to remember. Use a lot of avocado. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put half of the onion in the food processor.
Okay, just like this?
Yeah, just like
amazing.
that.
Okay,
So we're gonna toss in the food processor all the ingredients.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna toss in there half of the onion. We're gonna put 2 jalapenos.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, if you don't like very hot, you can put 1 or half, Or another tip is you can take all the seeds, so it's less spicy.
Okay, yes.
So if we leave the seeds, it's gonna be a little bit more spicy.
Yeah, they've got much more of a kick to them.
And we're gonna use half of the bunch of the cilantro.
Okay.
How I say before, you can omit the cilantro, but cilantro has a very nice flavor. The aroma is like very fresh.
Yeah.
So something that I love about guacamole is the cilantro. Like it brings a lot of flavor.
It really does, yeah.
Right. So we can put half of the bunch in there. Yeah.
All right.
So we don't need to cut it, anything, because the food processor is gonna make all the work and leave like this chunky, like kind of way to do it. And we're gonna cut the avocado. So what I do with the avocado is something that I teach when I teach this recipe is, I saw a lot of people doing this and they can cut their hands.
I've got a scar right there.
Yeah, I know. I work in a hospital and that's very popular. So what I do is I cut it in half, twist it, and then you cut in half again.
Ah.
And then, so you just take this.
That's so much easier.
Yes. So it's very easy. So we cut it in half again, and then you don't need even a spoon, so you just put it like this.
Yeah, especially when it's nice and ripe like this. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna reserve the avocado. Sorry, we're gonna just reserve the avocado, and we're just gonna put like salt and pepper in there.
Okay.
What I want is we probably can put one avocado in there and left the rest, and we're gonna cut it in chunks, so we have a chunky consistency.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So only one in the food processor, and the rest we're just gonna cut it.
All right. So salt and pepper?
Yes.
Just a little teaspoon of each?
Yeah.
All right.
1 teaspoon and 1 teaspoon of the white pepper.
Okay.
And we're gonna try at the end.
All right.
I like to use white pepper because this is a light recipe. So we want to keep the kind of the balance in the color. So we don't want like a lot of contrast.
Right. The black pepper would darken it up.
And what I find sometimes, like people find very, very heavy to eat cilantro with black pepper. So probably it's like it keeps a balance in the recipe.
That's such an interesting little twist.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna close this.
All right.
And we're just gonna turn it on.
All right. On any particular speed?
No.
Okay.
Just... Okay, and we're gonna put one of the avocados in there.
Okay, a whole avocado or just that one piece?
No, the whole avocado.
Okay. Do you have any tricks on how to find a ripe avocado?
Yeah.
Because they go so bad so quickly.
I know, that's the bad thing with avocado. Like, if you don't eat it the day that it's ready, next day it's gonna turn black and it's gonna be bad. But yeah, so what you need to know is like avocado has to be like a little bit soft when you squeeze. Or if you take this little nipple in here, if it's green, that means that it's okay. But it's black, don't buy it.
If it's black, it's gone past?
It's gone past.
Okay, that's good to know.
That's a good tip.
Wonderful.
So in here, the recipe called for 4 tomatillos, but you see like there is a lot of difference in size.
Yeah.
So if you have these big ones, maybe you can use only 2. Okay. But you have the little ones, use 6, and the medium ones 4.
Okay.
So it's your call, depends the size. So always, we have always different sizes. So we're gonna use only 2 of the big ones because are the darker ones. So you probably if you like cut it in 2 or 4, toss it in there and it's easier.
And so tomatillos, they come in they're quite papery in appearance with the little skin on them, right?
So I bring this so you can see how they grow. So they have this skin in there. So in here, the important thing is you have to peel it off, and it's a little bit sticky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you have to be careful when you use it. You have to wash it very well with soap because that stickiness, it will bitter your recipe. So it's always important to wash it with water and soap.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay?
Yeah, I don't want bitter guacamole.
No.
Bring this back over here.
There you go. I think it's ready. So if you're gonna do this recipe in a blender, it's better to put the tomatillos first and then the rest of the ingredients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Why is that?
Because the tomatillo has more water content, so probably it's easier to blend.
Right, yeah, because the food processor is really cranking it away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna scoop that into a bowl.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the rest of the avocados, and then we're just gonna like mix it. So what we want is a chunky texture, so that's why I decide to like cut it in chunks. But you can mash it as well, like depends how you want your texture.
Could you just like add it to the food
Or you just can
processor?
add it and you're gonna have a smooth texture, like a kind of creamy, right?
Right, yeah, like much more like smooth peanut butter.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus.
Yes.
All right, and then from the inside, you say, oh yeah, that's way easier to cut into.
Yes, I know. And maybe we can use a fork, or if you can, I should explain you this, or you can do this, like chop it in here.
Oh, kind of like a banana.
Yeah, and then you just peel it in here. So it's a little bit difficult, probably it's easier we use like a spoon.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on the cutting board, though. I'm not quite as brave as you.
Perfect.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Wonderful. So we're going to use a fork to smash this.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Perfect.
They're still sliding around everywhere.
You just try to leave like big chunks so people can get like. I think now we can mix. We can put this.
All right. Do you want this spatula?
Yes. I want to do it.
Spoon or spatula? I'll keep forking.
Perfect. Just try to mix in just to see.
Wow, it's such a different color from guacamole that you would get in the store.
Yes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try it and rectify the salt to see if we don't need more.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So do you want to use the spoon and I'll just use this?
I think it needs more salt.
Yeah. Stir again and try?
Yeah.
Okay. Spatula, there we go.
Wonderful.
All right.
Okay, let's try one more time. Oh yeah, I think it's much.
Oh yeah.
Much better, right?
It's crazy what salt can do.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's the consistency that we want. We'll have some chunky parts, but still like creamy. So it's your call if you want to put spinach instead of cilantro. But we can garnish this with radish or even toss it some tomato if you miss the tomato because you always have it in the guacamole.
It's what I'm used to, yeah.
But I mean, you can garnish always.
Right, yeah.
So now I'm gonna teach you how to do it the traditional way.
Okay.
So we're gonna use the molcajete.
The molcajete.
Yes, and just chop a little bit the ingredients so it's a little bit easier for you.
Thank you.
So what I'm warning you is a lot of hard work in there. So you have
All
to
right,
be
I gotta
very
pump
strong.
up.
Yes. So we're gonna start like with the salt. So it will help you a little bit more to mix.
Okay.
So we do
the pepper. Thank you. This is such a cute little spoon. All right.
That's right. Okay. And you start like mixing. Maybe you start with the tomato.
All right. Little baby tomatillos. All right, and so just like I would with a mortar and pestle? Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of work, But actually, with this method, you will have like more flavor because you're basically grounding like the seeds.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right, so let's go with the onion.
Onion.
And you're getting in there. You need help? Just let me know. And we're gonna toast the jalapeno. So maybe let me show you how I do it.
Okay.
So what I do is I try to, press it a little bit more.
Oh, okay, and twisting.
And twist it. So both stones are gonna be like a kind of, how do you call, grounding.
Grinding against
Yes.
each other, yeah. And you're holding it more up. I was holding it more like, almost like a pencil. All right.
Okay, maybe while you're doing this, we can just add the cilantro.
All of this?
Yep. I think you can add the avocado now.
Add the avocado? Cool.
Yeah. Now we're gonna match it with the stone.
Mm-hmm. And so this will be a creamier consistency than the stuff that we made with the food processor?
It depends. Like if you don't want like a lot of like creamy consistency, you just can like
Don't crush it as much.
don't crush it.
All right, so this looks delicious. So let's get to plating and then we can eat it.
Good.
All right. So this is our food processor guacamole. So we'll put that on the left here, my left. And we've got the molcajete, and we'll put that on this side.
Good.
And it's a little smiley face.
Nice.
And then we've also got these delicious burritos that you brought in, and you said they're beef barbacoa?
Beef barbacoa.
And then we've got some homemade salsa. And pita chips.
Ooh. There you are.
Wonderful. Look at this feast. All right, let's dig in.
Okay. Do you want to try like the difference between the food processor
Yes.
and the...
Definitely.
Let's see. The difference.
All right, start with the food processor.
Something that you can eat every day, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's rich, but it's not heavy at all.
Yeah. That's a little bit of the kick of jalapeno.
Well, and the tomatillo, it really brightens it up. The consistency is different.
Yeah, exactly.
This one, like, if I had to guess, I would even maybe say that this one was like whipped or something, because it's just a little
Creamier.
creamy.
That's right.
All right. Too often, original recipes get lost in travel and translation. Thanks to Chef Erika, we now have reclaimed this amazingly simple and delicious guacamole. I'm also proud of the little things I've learned, like finally being able to open an avocado. And I will never forget the most important lesson: always cook happy.